Hello, and welcome back to our Learning English Through Questions. We're so glad you're here for another episode in our Getting to Know Each Other series. Remember, the idea is to ask one question at a time, learn some new vocabulary, and perhaps discover something new about yourself. So, let's dive right in with today's question. It's a simple one, but it can reveal a lot about your lifestyle and preferences. Today's question is, do you like to cook? Now, take a moment to think about that. Do you enjoy spending time in the kitchen, preparing meals? Or do you prefer to delegate that task, perhaps to a restaurant, a ready meal service, or another member of your household? Let's explore some of the words and ideas associated with this question. If you do like to cook, you might describe yourself as a foodie or someone who enjoys culinary arts. You might have a passion for experimenting with different ingredients and flavors. Perhaps you find cooking to be a relaxing and creative outlet. You might enjoy the process of chopping vegetables, the aroma of spices simmering, and the satisfaction of presenting a delicious dish to others. Some people enjoy the challenge of learning new recipes. They might own many cookbooks or spend time watching cooking shows for inspiration. They might consider themselves gourmets if they have a sophisticated palate and appreciate fine dining, even when they cook at home. On the other hand, if you don't particularly like to cook, you might say that you find it tedious or time-consuming. You might prefer to spend your free time on other activities. Perhaps you're not very confident in your cooking abilities, or you find the cleanup process to be a chore. In this case, you might rely on convenience foods or takeout. You might say that you're a terrible cook or that you can't cook to save my life. This is a common idiom to express a lack of skill or enthusiasm for cooking. Let's think about the reasons why someone might like or dislike cooking. For those who enjoy it, it can be a way to express love and care for family and friends. Sharing a home-cooked meal can be a very bonding experience. It can also be a way to maintain control over what you eat, ensuring healthy and fresh ingredients. For some, cooking is a skill passed down through generations, a connection to their cultural heritage. They might have fond memories of learning to cook alongside a parent or grandparent. For those who dislike it, the reasons can be varied. It might be a matter of time constraints. If you work long hours, the thought of preparing a meal from scratch after a demanding day can be overwhelming. It could also be a financial consideration. While home cooking can be cheaper, if you're not experienced, you might end up wasting ingredients, which can be costly. And of course, there's the issue of skill. Some people genuinely struggle with basic cooking techniques, leading to frustration and a reluctance to even try. Let's consider some related vocabulary. If you like to cook, you might also enjoy baking as well. Baking is a specific type of cooking that involves dry heat, typically in an oven, and often results in delicious breads, cakes, and pastries. You might also enjoy gourmet cooking, which refers to preparing elaborate and high-quality dishes. If you're a beginner cook, you might start with simple recipes or easy meals. If you don't like cooking, you might opt for pre-prepared meals, frozen dinners, or ready-made meals. The act of cooking itself involves many verbs: to chop, to slice, to dice, to sauté, to boil, to bake, to roast, to fry, to simmer, to whisk, to stir, to season. The ingredients we use can be fresh produce, spices, herbs, meats, fish, grains, and so on. The tools we use in the kitchen include knives, cutting boards, pots, pans, ovens, stoves, blenders, mixers. Now, let's think about how you would answer the question, do you like to cook? You could say, yes, I love to cook. I find it very therapeutic and a great way to unwind after a long day. Absolutely. I'm always looking for new recipes to try. My specialty is Italian food. I enjoy cooking, but only on weekends when I have more time. During the week, I prefer quick and easy meals. Not really. I can manage basic meals, but I wouldn't say I enjoy it. I'm more of a baker than a cook. Or, if you don't like to cook, no, I don't like to cook at all. I find it too much effort. Honestly, no. I'm not a very good cook, so I tend to avoid it. I can cook when I have to, but I wouldn't say I like it. I prefer to eat out or order in. Cooking is not my forte. I'd rather leave it to the professionals. Think about your own habits. What do you typically eat during the week? What about on special occasions? Do you cook for yourself or for others? Perhaps you have a signature dish that you're proud of. What is it? Or if you don't cook, what's your favorite dish to order from a restaurant? This question also touches upon broader themes like self-sufficiency, creativity, and how we nourish ourselves and others. Cooking can be a fundamental life skill, but it's also an activity that many people choose to engage with based on their personal interests and circumstances. So, to recap, today's question is, do you like to cook? Consider your feelings about it. Do you find joy in the kitchen, or is it a task that you'd rather skip? What are your reasons? And what kind of food do you enjoy making or eating? We encourage you to reflect on this question. Maybe try a new recipe this week, or if you're not a cook, maybe try to appreciate the effort that goes into preparing the meals you enjoy. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Learning English Through Questions. We hope you found it helpful for expanding your vocabulary and for a little self-reflection. We'll be back soon with another question to help you get to know yourself and the English language better. Until then, happy learning!